Hello everyone. Today we're going to be working on making a collage. The materials that you'll need will be magazines that nobody else wants anymore because you're going to be cutting out pictures in the magazine, so make sure you ask permission. You'll need scissors, glue, and some paper to glue your pictures on. Now, what I've done today is I have made a couple of different examples, but I want you to look through and see what pictures kind of grab your attention. I went through and I found a bunch of different faces so that I could kind of make some funny pictures with features from faces. I also created a bird, so I was looking for pictures with different kinds of colors and patterns to them. So look through the magazines that you have, or newspapers, or old mail perhaps, that have pictures on them. Like I said, ask permission first, and then look through and find things that speak to you. Okay, so the first collage I made was this bird. And what I did first was I sketched out the bird. If you find a picture like from a coloring book or a magazine, you can put a piece of paper on it and kind of just sketch the outline of it. And then what I did next was I found a bunch of magazines that we weren't going to be using anymore. And what I wanted to do first is just look for different patterns and colors. So I went through and just found random pieces that had, or pictures that had various colors that I liked, or just things that jumped out at me that I thought were cool. And then what I did was I just would cut the piece of paper the shape of where I wanted to put it, and I just kept layering on top of the pieces. The next one that I started messing with is when I was going through the magazines, I found a lot of pictures of faces. So I grabbed the pages that had a lot of different features of faces, and what I did was I cut around them really close. And when you're cutting, I want to make sure, let me show you on one. Let's see. I'll just cut this guy's head out. So I kind of cut a bigger piece around it first, and then I'm taking the scissors and I'm almost moving the picture versus moving the scissors. So I just keep my scissors pretty close and just keep moving the paper around. That I think will help you too when you're cutting, so keep that in mind. Then what I did is I just started placing the pictures around where I thought they would look cool. So like on this one, I have most of it finished. I even looked for letters and sayings that I thought would go with things, or if they just spoke to me, I would cut them out and then I would use them later. So need a hand, and then I found these hands, and I took different pages with features and kind of combined them. So let me show you as I do one. So what I did, I'll show you on this one. I've got different pictures. So I've got this girl's face that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to put this other person's features on top, and then I'm going to add a weird eyeball on top of that. And that's going to be the final piece of it. So you could do it either way. You could start with the biggest part and then build on that. Is probably the easiest way. So you get your glue. You could use stick glue if that's what you have, and just go around the edges and just a little bit on the inside, and find the spot that you want it, place it down. Don't worry about any extra glue because that will disappear when it dries. It also might be a good idea to have like a little wet paper towel sitting by. I did a rookie mistake. I was working and there was a bunch of little dried pieces of glue from my fingers that were on the paper, and I did blew on the paper and all these little pieces went flying. That's a little frustrating, so be mindful of that when you've got things cut out and you're kind of just placing them around. Make sure you kind of give pieces a press so they stay down where you want them. And then you just build on from there. Also, remember to make sure that you're only using supplies that nobody else is wanting. It would be awful if you cut something that someone was actually needing for school or for something else. So, and then that would be the final product of that one. Another focus you can have when you're looking through the magazine pages is to find different letters that you can put together to spell your name, or different sayings or things that just really speak to you or your personality. I did one for myself, and I found the letters of my name and I put them onto backgrounds that I had found with colors and patterns, and I found different words and different sayings that were meaningful to me. Mindfulness, indulge your imagination. I found a cute little hummingbird because I love to feed the birds, and I love nature, so I found get into the woods. Gratitude I find to be very important for my personal belief system. Being here, so thinking about being in the present moment and not worrying about things that you've done or things that you're planning to do. And I found one that said peace, love, and popcorn, and I absolutely love popcorn, and peace and love are also important. So thinking about when you're looking through your magazines, putting different letters together to spell things or things that are already together, maybe that means something to you. So I hope you had fun creating today using magazines to find pictures to create your collage. I know that it was fun for me, and I'd love to see what you make, so share what you create. Thanks.